Hello there. Speaking in Berlin, the new UK Foreign Secretary warned of the very real risk of a no-deal Brexit by accident. The new UK Foreign Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, started the EU-wide Brexit charm offensive in Berlin by saying that the EU is wrong if it thinks that it just has to wait long enough for the UK to blink and withdraw from a no-deal Brexit. Referring to the no-deal scenario, he said, "Britain would find that challenging, but in the end we would find a way not to just survive but to thrive economically." But he also said that the people of the UK would blame the EU for this by adding, "But my real concern is that it would change British public attitudes to Europe for a generation. It would lead to a fissure in relations which would be highly damaging for that great partnership that we have had for so many years, which has been so important in sustaining the international order." And yesterday on the BBC Marr show, the new Brexit Secretary, Dominic Raab, said that a deal could be done by October and that Britain will thrive whatever happens. He also threw in the warning that the UK would take its £39 billion home with it if there was no trade deal forthcoming. Article 50 requires, as we negotiate the withdrawal agreement, that there's a future framework for our new relationship going forward, so the two are linked, he told the Sunday Telegraph. But Raab's predecessor in the post, David Davis, has urged Theresa May to rip up her soft Brexit deal and demand a Canada plus cubed trade deal from the EU, says the Daily Mail. The former Brexit Secretary unleashed another salvo at the PM's compromise blueprint, saying she should instead propose a Canada plus deal, said the report. Mr Davis also insisted she must step up preparations for no deal with the EU and be ready to walk away if the bloc does not see sense. The former Brexit Secretary has also launched a scathing attack on the Chancellor, Philip Hammond, saying that the Treasury was using nonsensical forecasts as well as mathematical mumbo-jumbo in its efforts to stop a clean exit from the EU. Talking to the Sunday Express, he said, "You've got a Whitehall establishment which, putting it mildly, is not an enthusiast for the project, and certainly at the Treasury, which believes all these nonsensical forecasts. Project Fear Mark III, I think it is now. The Treasury in total believes this stuff and I don't. I simply think this is mathematical mumbo-jumbo." And there is talk that 3 cabinet Brexiteers, Esther McVey, Penny Mordaunt and Chris Grayling, might be planning to follow David Davis and Boris Johnson by resigning from government over the Chequers deal. That would pile more pressure on the already beleaguered Prime Minister. But according to reports, the PM, determined to keep peddling her deal, will be at the Salzburg Festival on Friday and is expected to hold talks with Sebastian Kurz, the Austrian Chancellor, as well as other EU leaders. While the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, David Lidington, will be off to Paris, and the Brexit Secretary, Dominic Raab, will be in Brussels. And to help jolly the whole thing along, the PM has started the process by taking her cabinet team on an away day trip to Gateshead, reports Sky News. And on the home front, the fear-mongering ramp-up continues, with reports of Doug Gurr, the UK head of Amazon, warning that a no-deal Brexit will lead to civil unrest. The Times said that this remark stunned those present, while some expressed scepticism about Amazon's forecast. And Ryanair keeps up the fear pressure with its chief financial officer Neil Sorahan saying the airline is very concerned about a no-deal Brexit and could be forced to stop flights. But in bad news for all those people who think that this will lead to an extension of the Article 50 negotiating period, Eurocrats have told The Guardian that such an extension would only be worthwhile pursuing if there was a major shift in UK politics. The UK will not be saved from crashing out of the EU via an extension of the Article 50 negotiations unless there is a major realignment in British politics, most likely through a second referendum or general election, senior diplomats and European Commission officials have disclosed, says the Guardian report. There we go with that crashing out phrase again. I much prefer the concept of breaking out of the EU and into the wider world. So, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.